always so scared opening things like this with a Stanley knife, or a box cutter, as I think they're called in America, because what if I cut the book? What if I cut the book and I hurt the book and I destroy the book? Hello, I am Jessie the Sleepy Koala. I am Australian and always tired, hence the name. Today, I would like to do an unboxing video because I've realized that I've got quite a number of packages to open. And this one, and this one. Just a few things that have come in the mail over a long period of time, I've realized. Now, some of these are books. Some of these are not books, but they're still fun and they're nerdy. I think a lot of them are art and or posters. The art is from JordanCon 2021. The posters are from me, myself, and I, because I mailed them to myself before I moved to America, and I have never opened them, and I really like them. That's, why I kept them and sent them to a different country because I thought they were worth keeping. I am very excited to open two of these. I'm going to start with this one, which is pretty clearly a book. This is a special edition, I believe. Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. And I saw it online and immediately went, I need to buy that. Where's my credit card? It is gorgeous, and I am a sucker for pretty covers, and I'm a sucker for pretty covers of books that I really like. And not only am I a massive Cassandra Clare fan, I am very much a fan of the Dark Artifices series. I really, really like it and think it's some of Cassandra Clare's best writing. I think it's also because she's gotten better over time and it is her second to last written series. Either way, the second book in the series, Lord of Shadows, I think is probably the best book she has ever written. However, Chain of Iron, the most recent book that came out in the last hours, I think this is up there as well as one of the best books, if not the best book, but Lord of Shadows is so good. But either way, the book that I received in the mail is either this book or Lord of Shadows. I'm always so scared opening things like this with a Stanley knife, or a box cutter, as I think they're called in America, because what if I cut the book? What if I cut the book and I hurt the book and I destroy the book? And especially special editions like this. And oh no, that's not giantly anxiety inducing. So instead, I will rip open the package like I am the Hulk. Instead, oh my gosh, I see it. It's pretty. I was really close with the box cutter to where the book was, so now the anxiety is really real. Ooh. So this is the book. It's a gorgeous blue color. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be a homage to Emma Carstairs on the front, but this is gorgeous. It's got the little Shadowhunter runes up in the corner there and there, and on the other side as well in the background. It does have this big sticker on it that's non-removable, but okay. This is the spine. It is a gorgeous gold color all the way down. Has the title in fancy lettering up the front. And then the actual series, which I really appreciate when the series name is put onto the damn covers, because then you know it's a series, you know it's multiple books, and you know what the series is called, so you can look it up later. The back of the book is very similar to the front. Wow, looking at my camera, this is all backwards, so I'm having so much trouble picking out the faces. But yeah, there's one face here, and there's actually a second face here, I've realized. And then on the back, it says, "There was beauty in the idea of freedom, but it was an illusion. Every human heart was chained by love," which is a very Cassandra Clare quote to have. She does have a lot of very flowery writing and quotes about love. I personally love it, and I definitely extensively borrowed and butchered some of her quotes for my wedding vows when I got married this year, and will do so again when I have an actual wedding in a couple of years' time, because I'm not very good at writing things, and I think some of her prose is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the way that she talks about love and she talks about loss and grief, and just think it's a very beautiful way to really get at the nuance of what these emotions feel like. The one thing about this book that I did not realize when I bought it is this is actually a dust cover, which I did not know. So let's see what's underneath. So this is the book underneath. It's white on the spine. We've still got the nice gold lettering, but that's a plain ass book, if I must say so myself. So here's the thing. I hate dust covers. I hate them with a passion. I'm from a country where dust covers are not a massive thing. And if you're buying a special hardback, it is a naked hardback where things are printed on the book. And that is what I thought this was. So I am a bit miffed about this setback from what I thought this was. I do think the dust cover is gorgeous. The art is incredible. I love all of the background accents with the runes. I love the way that the lettering is done. Why isn't it on the book? They got the spine. Like, literally, it's not like they can't do it. They got the spine. But it's white. There is literally nothing under this dust cover but a white, plain-ass book. I'm just a bit miffed about this. But to hold up the full dust cover, this is the whole thing. It is just symmetrical across them, and it has Cassandra Clare's bio, and I can't read this through the paperwork, but presumably this is the synopsis of the story. So the dust cover is so pretty, and I'm a bit mad and upset that it's a dust cover, because I just take dust covers off things, as you might be able to see from some of my hardbacks here. But as you can see, I take the dust covers off my hardbacks, and besides the Brandon Sanderson books that are pretty colors, at least, under the dust covers, I'm not super pleased with any of the other things here on my shelf. They are very plain and very boring, and I really don't like it. I've already returned them to the library, but the hardcover versions of King of Scars and Rule of Wolves had gorgeous art under the dust cover, and I can't believe it was being covered by a dust cover. That's just cruel. Show off the pretty art. Why would they do that? So either way, I hate dust covers with a passion, and yeah, pretty miffed about this. Also, sorry about the constantly moving camera. I had to take this off the tripod to be able to get this close enough to actually show all the books instead of just the Brandon Sanderson ones, which are the only ones on the shelf that I'm actually pleased with underneath the dust covers. But moving on to the inside of the book, I am more pleased with that. We have these gorgeous end pages that mimic the front cover. There's one on both ends. This also comes with a letter from Cassandra Clare to the reader, and there is a special short story at the end called Stars to Burn, and it is a bonus story featuring Mark and Kieran. So those will be fun to read. Moving on to the next package, and I'm going to do the other book one because I know what's in it, and I know I will be happier with it. I've got this giant-ass box from Dragonsteel Entertainment, which is Brandon Sanderson's store and company, and this will be the Way of Kings Leatherbound edition that came out last year through his Kickstarter. I am very excited to see it because they look incredible. So it comes in plastic wrap, which I appreciate. Gotta keep those books nice while they are being sent. That's so pretty. Okay, so they come in this gorgeous slipcase, which has the Knight's Radiant symbol on the front. The slipcase and the books are blue to mimic the Windrunner order. And I'm going to take off the wrap before I pull out the books and show you things. So the slipcase is in plastic wrap, and then each book is also in plastic wrap. I do appreciate the care that has been put into binding these and sending them. I am also very conscious of how much plastic was in this box. So here we have them. Volumes 1 and 2. They are very similar in design. The book had to be split into two because, as you can see, it's a bit of a big boy of a book. They both have the Windrunner symbol on the front. Again, this is the Windrunner based book, which makes a lot of sense. There is gold pretty much everywhere, and it is completely gorgeous. And I very much appreciate on the top that they have been labeled Volume 1 and Volume 2, partially because these books look almost exactly the same on the outside, but also because it's easier to know that it is meant to be 2 books in the same series. The Goliath's editions also split the books, and it was a bit more tricky for me to understand that getting into them and being pretty confused as to what I was meant to be buying. But on the back of the Volume 1, we have got "Speak Again the Ancient Oaths," which is a quote that comes from the back of the US edition of The Way of Kings that is actually in-world text. It's written by characters in-world, which is very interesting and very exciting. Volume 2 has got "The First Oath of the Knights Radiant," "Life Before Death," "Strength Before Weakness," "Journey Before Destination," which is such a well-known quote to me at this point. It's great. I love it. They also have this gorgeous gold on the edges of the pages. Dragonsteel Entertainment do say that these books are meant to be read. They're not just meant to be pretty on the shelf, but you should be careful of things that could get onto pages. As someone who wants to read special editions, because I want to appreciate what is inside these, because there is so much more that comes with them, but I can also see why people want to keep them on shelves in plastic wrap. So it is kind of nice that not only the individual books came in the plastic wrap in that case, but also the entire slipcase if people don't want to open it and keep it pristine. So on the inside, we have got the double eye of the Almighty with all of the Knights Radiant symbols and all of the different Surges symbols that are connected to each Knights Radiant. We've got this gorgeous map that is done by Isaac Stewart, and I don't know if he's done the coloring on this, but I know he did the original map. There's a bunch of other fan art and official art in here. I don't actually know if I can hold this up and show all of this, but it is gorgeous. They went to lengths to find artists to put art in these books, and not only did they look for professional artists, they went to the fan community and they looked for fan artists who have been putting out so much amazing Cosmere and other Brandon Sanderson art for so long. And that's just really nice. It's a good way to engage with the community, but also to give back to the community as well, and to acknowledge the amount of time and effort that people put into enjoying these books and making them their hobbies. Ooh. I'm going to show you this one. There is another Roshar map. Again, this is done by Isaac Stewart. I don't know if he did the blue coloring, but he did the map. And this is gorgeous. I love this so much. I'm not the biggest fan of the original black and white map, simply because it's black and white, not that I don't like the map, but this one is so pretty. There's bits and pieces in this book that are also colored in the same blue. All of the chapter art and the epigraphs are in the blue color. The rest of the text is in plain black. It's really pretty to look at. I realize this is the second volume that I've been looking at. At the very end of the book, we have this gorgeous Shadesmar map, which I believe was also Isaac Stewart. And then we have the completely unknown void binding chart, which we know so little about at this point. And Brandon, please give us anything on void binding. We're 4 books into the series. So that is The Way of Kings Leatherbound. They are gorgeous. Brandon's been putting out 10-year anniversary leatherbounds for quite a long time. There's ones for all of Mistborn. There's ones for Elantris. There's one for Warbreaker. And now there is one for Stormlight. There will be one coming out maybe next year. I can't quite remember. For the first 2 Wax and Wane books. And there will be continued ones for Stormlight as we go on. And presumably the other stories Brandon has written. So next up, we have this little package here. This is something I've been waiting for a very long time, because there was a lot of delays with it being sent out, which is completely understandable. The artist had a lot of issues with the production that she had to work through, and I'm very happy to be patient, but it's finally here, and I'm so excited for it. What I have is a bunch of gems from Zelda. So I have a bunch of rupees, and they are gorgeous and I love them. and I'm very out of focus. The joys of having to change my camera to put things up. But this is what they look like as individuals. They are quite big, which is pretty nice. I did order quite a few of them because I want to put them in a bowl and have them quite visible. So the size of these are very nice. They're really well made and well cut, and I'm loving this color. They're all gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. I got some of the base ones. I think I got some of the more creative colors, and then I might have gotten some of the special ones. Aha, I did get some of the special ones. So the 3 special ones where there was a silver, there was a black, and there was a gold. I got a couple of each. I think I have 3 of each, and they're super pretty. These ones are not clear all the way through. They are solid and not opaque, and they're just, wait, opaque is, I think opaque's the word I'm looking for. They are opaque because they are not transparent. And yeah, they're so pretty. I'm so glad that these are finally here. The artist is Gemma Young. She does such incredible artwork. I found her through the Cosmere fandom because she did some incredible Dalinar artwork. I've just been following the stuff that she does ever since. And she makes pins. They're gorgeous. I have a couple of those as well. And gosh, she does really well. Big shout out to Gemma Young. I think everyone should go check her out if you love art, if you love pins, love like little knickknacks that you can collect, because she does incredible things. Okay, next, let's do the JordanCon posters. My husband and I, we bought a couple of different art pieces when we were at JordanCon. There was an art auction going on. There's actually only one thing in here? No, there are others. I thought there was only one thing in here for a moment. I was very confused because I know we bought multiple things. Firstly, we have this gorgeous art by Michael Whalen, who does a lot of Stormlight art for Brandon. And this one is in Words of Radiance, or is the cover for Words of Radiance? It's not the cover, it's the in the book art. My husband and I saw it and we were like, we definitely want one of those, and it was surprisingly cheap. So that was a great find. We also got this gorgeous artwork by Howard Lyons. It's Videl, one of the heralds from Stormlight. It is so pretty, so we couldn't pass this up either. And we did get a signature from Howard because he was at the convention. He was such a blast to meet and talk to and just hang out with. He was really, really a nice person. Okay, so last thing are the things that I sent to myself from Australia. God, getting these out of this tube is going to suck. Okay, first up, speaking of Roshar maps, I've got this gorgeous foil one, which was a special edition that was put out a couple of years ago by Brandon, and it is so pretty. My husband also has a copy of this, so now we have 2. We bought one each before we were dating. Next, we have pizzas all the way down, which is a reference to John Green, both for Pizzamas, which he does with his brother Hank every year, and also his book Turtles All the Way Down. Has the turtles and the pizza. I went to VidCon Australia back in 2017, I think it was, whatever the first one was. And I saw this and I loved it, so I had to buy it. It is also signed by Hank and John, but I bought it signed, so I didn't actually get it signed by them. I did meet Hank. Hank is really nice. John wasn't at the convention. The next one is also related to John Green. This is the opening monologue from Crash Course, which I just love so much. It goes through how the information that we learn isn't just about being on a test. It's about how we interact with the world and what we do in the world, and how the information that we learn in school and information that we can learn online will help us for the rest of our lives. I love this poster so much, I'll have to figure out a place to put it up. The last thing is a piece of artwork that I found in Australia that is gorgeous. It's these pyramids with this lake in front. I'm blown away by how pretty this is. I think it is amazing. I found this secondhand in a op shop. Incredible to find, and I found it just before I moved into my new place, so I wanted to get some artwork to put on the walls, and this was a fantastic choice to go with. That's everything that I wanted to show you from my unboxing, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.